it's Julie here. So today I'm going to show you how to make the KFC Famous Bowls. The ingredients are really simple and how to make it is actually very simple as well. It's important that you make it in the right order because that's how they would do it at KFC. And so here, let's get started. So here are the ingredients that you're going to need. So you could use any type of milk, but I use almond milk, the chicken gravy, corn, popcorn chicken can be any type, the golden potatoes, or if you have instant mash, you can have that as well. It's just I didn't have instant mash at the time. And then butter. First, you're going to put the chicken onto a tray, and you're going to preheat the oven to about 350. Now, once it's warm enough, you put it in there. Then you're going to take a pan and fill it with water so that you can boil the potatoes. I usually fill it like more than halfway. Then I add a little bit of salt so that the potatoes absorb that flavor. Once you do that, you're going to dice and peel the potatoes, and then you're going to add it to the boiling water so that they can get mushy. Of course, if you have instant mash, it's going to be different than this, but this is just what I had on hand. It's easier for instant mash. Then you're going to open a can of corn. Obviously, I'm struggling here because I was filming with one hand. But then you're going to add it to a different pan with some butter. And I don't know about you, but I like to add some pepper to corn as well. It just makes it taste a lot better. There's more flavors. And oftentimes the Famous Bowls are a little bit spicy, so you can make it spicier or not spicy depending on you. And then you're going to stir it as it's heating up. And you want it so that the butter is melted and so that the corn is also warm. One trick that I do is I leave the gravy on top of the oven just because there's usually a really hot spot in the back and it warms up the gravy for you, so it's one less dish to deal with. Now for the potatoes, for you to find out if they're perfect or not when they're boiling, they should be able to slice as soon as you put the wooden spoon onto it. If it doesn't break apart, then they're not boiled enough yet. And so you have to just keep checking it and making sure that it's boiled enough. Once it is and they break apart, you want to strain it in the sink and you want to get all the excess water out. It's a little hard to see here because it's steaming. So you would put it back in the pan, you would add your milk. I kind of eye the milk and I see how the texture of the potatoes are. Again, if you have instant mash, it's going to tell you the exact ingredients and directions. So then you could add butter to it. I added more pepper because again, I like it a little bit spicy. And then once you add all that, you want to stir the potatoes, or if you have a potato masher, that helps too. And then you can also add a little bit of salt too. But yeah, so since I don't have a potato masher, I mash the potatoes by hand, and you want to make sure it gets to that really smooth texture. You don't want it to have too many potato bumps at all. And then once I think it's perfect, I add chives. And that's how the chicken should look when you take it out of the oven. And that's how the corn is and the gravy. So first you want to put the chicken in the bottom of the bowl. Then you're going to add corn, and then mashed potatoes, and then lastly the gravy. This is how it should look like. Of course I couldn't film me putting that all together with one hand, but they're really simple, very easy, and they're delicious and filling. So if you ever decided to work at KFC, you kind of know the order that the Famous Bowls already go in. Of course they make it differently there, but that's on their own terms. And I want to put a little bit of employment into this video too, and they're going to have more food portions than you would at home. But yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and if you make it, let me know. Have a good day, guys. Bye.